That's what she said.
Well,
That's
well,
what she said.
um, I saw your video. You did a video on the Ghostbuster thing, didn't you, Nuggle?
I have done like 3 videos on Ghostbusters.
Well,
Actually, 4 if you include Lord Corn's Cornflakes video.
well, for those who haven't watched, what are your kind of thoughts around the whole ordeal?
My thoughts around the whole ordeal? Oh, my thoughts? It's a bunch of bullshit. The movie looks like complete total ass bags, and it's gonna suck balls, and everybody's gonna blame it on the patriarchy when it fails horribly. And Angry Video Game Nerd, well, you know, I've always been a big fan of that son of a bitch, and I'm kind of fucking pissed off that everybody wants to fucking attack him for no goddamn reason, but for saying that I just don't want to see this movie because it looks like shit.
You're not allowed to not see movies, dude. Do you not know that?
This movie is going to fucking bomb, man. It's gonna be fucking Hiroshima. That's how bad it's gonna be.
Even if
It's
there's
good.
anything in the movie that's like enjoyable, it's already been fucking sullied and raped by now. It's move on.
Also, I think we had enough of the fucking remakes at Hollywood. Seriously, that's all you guys have been sharing out lately. Because
Well-
apparently you guys went in peace to the fucking millennials.
Well, I wouldn't say it's the remakes. It's more the studios just not having any love or knowledge about the franchises. I mean, look at Planet of the Apes. Those are 2 really good freaking movies.
More
and
like
say what you
Planet
will.
of the Rapes.
Let me level with you here, Andrea. Let me level with you on this. Since Planet of the Apes, I will admit and completely admit though, I liked the Tim Burton version of Planet of the Apes. I actually thought it was a good movie. Didn't get rid of the original. It stood up on its own 2 feet, and then you have the originals, which were good movies in their own, except for I think after like 3, they kind of get a little crazy. And then you have
Yeah,
Dawn of the Planet or Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That was a really good movie too. Now. So there's nothing wrong with remakes and reboots. Remakes and reboots can work. But here's the problem. When you have a franchise that's very beloved like Ghostbusters, I mean, Planet of the Apes, don't get me wrong, it's a cult film. It has a decent following, but it does not have the following that the Ghostbusters have, and especially in this day and age. I mean, my kids fucking love Ghostbusters, for fuck's sake. When you have a franchise like that, and then you utilize it to push a political agenda. And don't get this wrong. People want to say, like, no, they weren't using it. That's just the media. No, they were pushing a political agenda with this fucking film. It was a feminist thing all from the beginning because if you look back and watch, like, the Midnight's Edge thing about Amy Pascal and Sony and all the shit with Paul Feig and everything, it was all about erasing the past of the Ghostbusters and replacing it with this feminist bullshit. And I'm not saying that this movie's going to be bad. For all I know, it could be good. But I'll never fucking know. My kids will never fucking know because I'm not going to take them to fucking watch it for the simple fact that Paul Feig came out and said, you guys should really donate to Anita Sarkeesian. Fuck that motherfucker. He kissed my right ass, he can suck my dick twice, and then lick my balls. Thank you.
He probably will, actually. He'll enjoy it.
Well, then he better tickle my butthole, too, while he's at it.
Yeah, he'll do that and all.
Fuck you again. Fuck you, dude. I better pirate that fucking movie than go to the
I'm not even gonna
I'll
fire
wait till Netflix, okay? How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Long, trust me.
all these SJWs and feminists, when all the franchises that get a bad, like nobody bitched about Misandry when Zoolander 2 bombed. Like, what? There was no screen. Well, there was a small, very small. I think a few articles like people going after the movie because it was transphobic or some shit. Because
Yes, people were bitching about Cumberbatch's character in it.
Yeah.
I didn't see that movie either. Hell, I didn't even know that released. And that's the thing with the Ghostbusters is the over-politicalization, the feminist nonsense, all this shit, the constant attacking on people saying, well, you're all sexist, you're all misogynist because you don't want to watch it. And it's not even just reaching just the internet culture, it's reaching the normies. And the normies themselves are sitting there saying, I really don't want to see this movie now. They all had interest. Everybody was actually interested. I guarantee you, you had many people that were going, we are going to go see this movie just to see how bad it's going to be. And since Angry Video Game Nerd came out and did his shit, I think this also kind of made them all feel threatened because they were like, holy shit, this guy actually has influence. Because after he put that out, a lot of people came out and were like, we're just not going to go see it either.
Yeah, Trev Gauntlet from the chat saying, not only that, but Paul Feig reprimanded his audience, which is fucking retarded. Saying all geeks are misogynist is the stupidest thing you can do.
Now, there was some backpedaling, though, from Paul Feig, too. We
Of
have to
course.
understand that. He came out and he did say that to a publication. The publication took it out of context, of course, like usual. And because he came out apparently not too long ago, was saying some shit. Now, don't quote me on this. I don't have the links, but I remember seeing it. He had said some shit like, I had said that a long fucking time ago. That was not my intentions, whatever. He said some shit about it. He was recanting it, but either way, he still fucking said it. And I don't understand where this whole concept is we want this movie to make money, so we're just going to insult every motherfucker that would normally be interested in seeing this movie. Does that make any fucking sense to me? Because it doesn't.
No,
This sounds awfully like the Daikatana bullshit. It's like John Romero is going to make you his bitch.
oh god, I remember that fucking.
That sounds so familiar. I don't know that story, but that sounds so familiar. John Romero.
Yeah, John Romero basically got a fucking massive ego after working on Doom. When he was working with on Ion Storm and Daikatana, he released a full-page ad that basically all it said is John Romero is going to make you his bitch and then suck it down. And this is the ad for his new game.
I remember that.
And the game was Daikatana, and we all know what horrible mess that was. So
I greatly remember that, and it's a shame too, because John Romero, he was a great level designer, but you got to understand, everybody praises John Romero's level design, but you have to remember there was a lot of great minds behind the original Doom, because of not just John Carmack, because John Carmack was the genius that made it possible to make Doom and any future FPS out there today, but it also had to fall on the hands of like American McGee as well. He was part of the level design too. There was a lot more motherfuckers behind Doom than just John Romero, and everybody tends to forget that.
Oh yeah, I really respect Carmack the most, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, but I bet he doesn't respect the fact his name was put in the movie. Oh, good God.
We're not going to talk about that.
I would also like to point out all these trailers with female leads, like Hunger Games, like Star Wars, Force Awakens, Rogue One, and all the other female-led movies. They aren't downvoted to shit because of misogyny. It's just this fucking movie.
Well, that's the funny thing. As you know, the social justice retard media, they love to forget certain things exist. And this is one of those things they forget exist. And they don't want to acknowledge that because, I'm sure you notice too, every time you bring it up on their forums or you bring it up to them, you either get blocked or your fucking comment gets deleted from their forums. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you noticed this shit.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing about that is, so they're going to run around with this narrative, but look what happened when Infinite Warfare's trailer hit and it garnered over 1 million views. It was then suddenly Ben the Cucciera comes out and goes, well, dislikes really don't mean anything anyway, and they started to kind of backpedal on that nonsense. Right now they're running on the whole, look, Angry Video Game Nerd, the cis white male is a sexist because he doesn't want to watch women in this movie. And he never even said that. That's the funny thing, is like so many people have gotten educated on this. They're going to they're seeing the video too, and they're like, he never said that. And he has an outward view of over 2 million viewers seeing that video. I know that has to make some of these SJ nut retard dudes fucking shaking in their boots going, oh fuck, we're going to get another strike against this again.
Yeah, because the funniest thing is, in his video, he doesn't even mention the reason why he's not watching it is because of the female Ghostbuster. He says what he saw is something like something that he doesn't approve of and doesn't like, and he doesn't even tell anyone else to not watch the fucking movie. He just says it's not for me. I love the two first movies, and the third movie was the video game, as many see it as. And I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna ignore it and not give them my money because I don't think they're worth it. Because many people watch bad movies in the cinema and actually contribute to these bad movies getting made, and I'm not gonna do that. That's basically what he said. And these fucking SGWs, they want to shut him down and attack him. And what happens is the Streisand effect, where everyone just goes to this video and say, hey, he has a good point.
I
But they still
remember.
haven't learned about that yet. They still are figuring that shit out.
No, they haven't. I want someone else to speak before I speak again, because I do have another thing to say about it, but I'd rather somebody else get the chance to speak, because I've been talking a lot.
No, it's fine. I'm trying to fix my fucking recording shit. It's all bugged.
Yeah, I do remember. I do remember seeing that video, and there was another point that ABGN pointed out, and it was the original cast. They weren't gonna get the original cast because Harold Ramis died a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And so instead of handing over the legacy to, let's say a couple of youngsters who would take over the the legacy that the first Ghostbusters did. No, they had to go progressive. They had to hire Melissa fucking McCarthy, who is the fucking female version of Kevin James.
Well, now, let's not get this wrong here. This cast of actresses isn't a bad cast. Let's not get that wrong. Melissa McCarthy, I really can't stand her.
Mm-hmm.
But like the other actresses, like even Leslie Jones, they're not bad actors. And of course, you can't go too far wrong with Chris Hemsworth. This is quality acting that you're going to get out of this film. The problem is when you give give great actors a bad script, you're still going to get a bad movie. I think we've seen plenty of movies that were like that. Mario Brothers being one of them.
We were talking about Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, Street Fighter. That's right.
And there was also. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you have the metaphor, like you have a plate of spaghetti, which are the actors, but it's mixed in with a lot of shit. But so it's not gonna taste good, even though it has spaghetti in it.
Wait,
a piece of shit.
where were you? When were you using this? Talking about this thing just like yesterday?
Yeah, on the NGSW chat.
Yeah.
What's going on? What?
So mixing spaghetti and shit doesn't work out, basically.
Mixing spaghetti. Oh, that doesn't even. So, well, being that I'm Nerdle, that sounds quite appetizing. But I'm kidding. No, I have a little thing here about the Ghostbusters movie that I was thinking about was there's a reason why they're worried about this failing, is because up until this point, they have seen, like the feminist nut jobs have seen every piece of media that they've supported and pushed utterly fail miserably. I mean, just look at the video game industry alone, Gone Home, which they all boast, 250,000 sales. Yeah, that was before Steam refunds. I really don't think that's going to happen. And what has Gone Home truly done since it released on consoles? Hasn't it released on consoles recently? Or are they still working on that?
Depression 60, also Depression Quest, and...
Well, see, I don't ever consider Depression Quest because it's free.
Yeah. Well, what about the one that Anita Sarkeesian was promoting? Was it Quest of the Goose Woman? Like.
Wasn't that the one with the character that looks like some kind of?
It's just like some random pixelated garbage. I forgot the name of it.
That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Actually,
exactly what I'm talking about.
have you ever like Googled that game's name and then looked at the imagery behind it? Because there's actually a whole like community of fan art behind it, and it's some of the most coolest fan art I've ever seen, dude. It's got some cool imagery to it.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna rag on the game just because Nick Kezian fucking has a boner for it.
Oh yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you. That game actually, I kind of wanted to look at it and play because it did look pretty cool. But given that, again though, that game has not been extremely successful. And then what was the other one that bombed? You know, Sunset. It sold 4,000 copies, and that was it. So few copies they had to quit. And I'm sure that there's others that I'm missing and other media out there that I'm missing that's not selling as well. But it's just another strike of showing, hey, nobody's buying your garbage, nobody cares about this, and nobody wants it.
What's really funny is back in the times of like the Neo Geo and like TurboGrafx and shit like that, they would have games that would run for only like 4,000 copies or less, right? And they would be successful because they would budget them fucking effectively, and people wanted to buy them.
Well, and see, that's the thing, though, is when you look at it, another reason they're running with this narrative of like, oh, well, you're a sexist if you don't watch Ghostbusters. Ah. Another good reason they're running with that garbage is because they hate capitalism. They're trying to shame everybody into going to watch the movie because they think that's going to work, and it's not working now because the media is dying. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people think that, oh, they're still getting their clicks. No, there's a reason why the media has been resorting to crazier and crazier shit, which I'll talk about later because I know you guys said y'all wanted to talk about Doom. So I'll talk about that later. But the thing is they hate capitalism because they know the shit that they want to peddle and the shit they want to push is never going to fucking sell. So they want to get rid of capitalism so that you are forced to buy their shit and you are forced to swallow the crap that they give you. That's never going to happen. There's a reason why publications and publishers look at EA. When the rumors went out about Anita Sarkeesian having something to fucking do with consenting
Mirror's
or
Edge
consulting, Mirror's Edge 2, yeah.
Yep.
When that shit came out, how quick was EA to come out and say, nope, she ain't got shit to do with this game. Nope, ain't got shit to do with it. How fucking quick did they come out and say no? Because they knew motherfuckers were not going to buy the game if they did it. And I still think she had something to do with it, because she did fucking say, or they did say a long time ago, she was part of the development of that game.
Yeah, I had to issue my first retraction over that because I fucking because of the fact that God, I swear too, it was announced like, oh yeah, we were announced blah 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 blah, and then it was just like completely wiped off the face of the earth. I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I swear it. I don't know.
I'm trying to look for that for that Pixel female character, and that's the thing. Talking about Kat mentioned it, but I don't recall the name of it.
The Scythian.
You know what? If you give me a minute, because I'll just go to her I'll go to her stupid ass channel and find it so I can find out the name of the fucking thing.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the game. The character's name is the Scythian, though. I remember that much.
That's it. That's actually what it is the Scythian. That was the name of it.
Uh-huh.
I forgot the name of the other thing. It was called the Scythian something.
Yeah.
I also have the Metacritic page up. I'm looking at it. It released on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in January 12th this year, and I'm reading. The Metascore is 85 by 11 critics, and the user score is 3.7 or 37 on 162 ratings.
Out of what though? How many for the user ratings?
37 out of 100.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I stopped giving a shit about fucking professional reviews a long time ago because that crap. User reviews tend to go better.
Look,
a lot of the critics did Gone Home, and it's 85. Jesus Christ, we finished that game in like a minute.
Well, like
Leon.
Leon.
The name of the game is Sword and Sorcery.
Yeah, that's what it was called. Leon Gunsteal.
Sword and Sorcery EP.
Okay, now I remember what game you're talking about now. And yeah, it's actually, to be honest, I liked even though it's pixelated nonsense looking shit, I actually liked the artwork to that game. I thought it was a very interesting atmosphere and everything from looking at it. Like,
It
I sat
reminded
down
me.
and watched Anita's video because I was like, okay, let me see how she's going to review this. And I was actually quite fond of the way she reviewed it, because she reviewed it well, actually. At least that game she did.
Mhm.
But when you're talking about like the Gone Home thing, Leon Gunsteal, he finished it in 46 seconds. He got it on his YouTube channel. He finished that game in 46 fucking seconds. I watched him play it live. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say about the pixelated look. It reminds me of games like Another World and Flashback. That has that similar kind of really well animated fucking lush style.
exactly, and that's why I'm fine with pixelated shit
Hmm.
when it's well animated and well done. But I've seen a lot of games where it's like, look, I'm an art game. I have pixelated shit. Look, I put barely any effort into drawing this crap because I could barely be, bothered to work for my cookies. And that's what drove me insane.
Yeah, not gonna mention any full fishes, right?
No. Well, see, that's the other thing that kills me is like Fez, and I know he apparently stole most of the work on Fez and then put it out under his name, and it kills me because Phil Fish hit a gold mine with Fez, because I've played Fez. I've watched my 8-year-old play it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to deny my child to play the game because he doesn't know anything about the garbage he does. But,
Or the fact that the creator of that game was a fucking douchebag.
yeah, well, and see, that's why I just don't. I'm not going to sit there and I'm just not going to do that to my kid. I don't feel the need to push my political beliefs off on.
Good man.
That's so nice. All right, I'm gonna go abuse my chow for a while.
Told the kids. I said, I'm sorry, we're thinking like that because, well, I can get a cheap copy of the DVD one way or another. But any fucking way, my point that I was getting at is Fez was actually a good game. That was actually a fun and good game. But then I look at all this other artsy fartsy garbage that they're trying to shove down our throats, and I'm going, this is not fun. This is not interesting to me. Why in the world would I buy it? You're putting your agenda and your bullshit first over the fact of the gameplay. If the gameplay was actually good, I would have bought it and wouldn't give 2 fucks in a shit about the fucking about the fucking political agenda you just tried to force feed me.
Oh, you mean those pretentious modern artsy games that they're releasing?
Exactly. It's like playing Dragon Age Inquisition when I'm sitting down trying to play Dragon Age Inquisition, and Dorian reminds me for the upteenth time that he's a gay dude. I don't care.
Well, how's that work out? Like you're in the middle of a battle and it's like, oh, by the way, bro, butt sex, awesome, yeah.
Well, okay, I can't lie. Dorian doesn't exactly do that, but I know in ME3 with that one character, like every time you talk to him, yeah, my boyfriend died. I'm gay. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. I've heard it enough.
Well,
It's like, you know what? I just want to take you with me on a mission just so I can make sure you get killed.
Well,
Because you're annoying.
The worst one was Anders, and the second one constantly trying to romance you, which was kind of annoying. Dragon
Yeah.
Age 2. But Dorian, I don't know if you got into his backstory, but it kind of made sense because everyone basically hated him because of his because he was gay. I don't know if you did all of his backstory in
He's oppressed.
Yeah, I played through his backstory, and I did think that Dorian's backstory was interesting. To me, it was interesting to see the whole coming out story, the hatred between the father and the son thing over this issue. It was interesting to see that unfold, and you feel very awkward because your character had to be kind of shoved in the middle of it, and your character's like, yeah, I'm with this guy on that one. It was kind of interesting and funny. They did it in a clever way. But I've seen games like that get like the comic books now. They're like, oh, by the way, I'm gay. I'm like, well, you know what? I really didn't need to know this. We're on a mission here. It really doesn't matter.
Speaking of, sorry, I gotta say something. Speaking of, how should I say this? Speaking of characters that constantly remind you that they're gay or something, assigned male.
No! Oh!
Not even once, man.
No!
Not even fucking once.
Oh!
Really? Do
Yeah.
I really need to be reminded that you
Oh,
are a fucking trap? You
Look,
fucking piece of
look.
shit.
All right, from a tranny, right? Just go watch my fucking video on this, and you can see how much I object to it. And if you still fucking like it, just go kill yourself. All right, just fuck you.
Now, what is this now? 'Cause I never heard of this one.
Ugh.
It was this web comic about an 11-year-old kid named Steffi who who is transitioning into a woman, and it's written by Sophie Labelle. It's the most condescending thing I have ever read in my life. It's so
Yes.
horrible.
Yes, that's
Oh
why I had to
god.
face palm just now.
You know what? I almost forgot about it, but what the one that got a lot of hatred, and it was not that long ago, was pretty recent, was maybe just a few months ago. The whole Dragon Age thing with the transgender merchant. Like
Oh,
he
that was
walked up and was like, "Hey, how you
Baldur's
doing? I'm
Gate.
trans." I'm like,
Baldur's Gate.
"Okay."
That
And
wasn't Dragon Age. It was
It
Baldur's
was
Gate.
Baldur's Gate.
yeah,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. Excuse me, not Dragon Age. Why the fuck do I keep saying same goddamn company? Fuck it. See,
See,
almost
this is
same
what.
company.
If they're gonna do that, why wouldn't they just make me the merchant? I'll be like, hey, what's up, dude? You want a bag of dicks? What the fucking yeah, I'm training. Don't worry.
Hey, buddy, you wanna take it up the ass?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I
yeah.
would straight up
Fucking.
buy. I would straight up buy a game if you buy the game like day one. If like going up to the merchant would be the character saying, "Hey, what's up, man? I'm a trans. You want to buy a bag of dicks?" That's just
Yeah.
funny as hell.
The awkward thing is within the Baldur's Gate lore is it doesn't really make sense for someone to be transgender when they can drink an elixir and actually change their gender in that universe.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too. Well, the whole thing was that bothered me, and I saw a lot of like I saw a lot of trans people um, respond to that, and one of the things that I saw most commonly was if you're a transgender, your goal is to not let people know you're trans. Your goal is for people to realize that you are the gender you identify with. And in
Mhm.
that case, it was like flat out, "Hey, I'm a trans." Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, really? It just
That's the
came out
kind
of
of
left
shit
field.
that gets your ass kicked, mate. It's like not very wise to do.
Exactly. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that have a problem with transgender individuals.
Mhm.
And if you go around telling random fools that you're trans, you're probably going to get lynched somewhere. And I'm not saying that to be mean in any way whatsoever. It's
Oh
just
no,
there is a lot of transphobic people out there. There really is.
yeah, you should see the hate mail I get. It's fucking ridiculous. Most of it's like, oh, if I catch you in the bathroom, like I'm the creepy one in this case because I'm the one not in the bathroom doing the fucking penis checks, right? Just saying. Yeah, it's ridiculous the fucking level of bullshit some of these people think they can just get away with. They're like, oh yeah, it's my right. I'm like, no. Fucking right do you have to go around murdering people? None, fucking crazy psycho motherfuckers.
Look, I mean, I've been on the fence on that whole subject for a long period of time, and the one thing that I've come to understand is one, why are we having to make this official rule set here anyway? For the simple fact that transgendered individuals have been doing this shit for fucking how long now already?
And we're not just doing the shit, we're doing the piss as well, dude. It's a whole thing.
Well, I mean, the thing is trans folk have been doing this forever, and here's the problem I had with this. Okay, so now you've made it official,
Hmm.
but you've left it so vague. It's one, how is this going to be policed, and how are you going to keep the nut jobs and the perverts from taking advantage of things too? You have to nail down exactly what you're going to do here. You can't just say, well, we're just going to say that they're not allowed. Like, well, how do you police that? How do you even do this? It doesn't work. It really doesn't. So I don't know. I've been on the fence on talking that subject. I usually avoid it at all
Well,
costs.
one thing that we're ignoring here, there's no transgender fucking Ghostbusters in the new Ghostbusters movie.
You know what? You're
Yeah.
absolutely right about that.
Yep, see, fuck you guys.
Unless you
No one
consider
knows that
Leslie
shit.
Jones.
Um,
So I was
I
reading.
would,
I know, I'm terrible.
the best example I have of a transgender is actually in Dragon Age Inquisition, where you don't actually know Cram, one of the Bull's crew, female to male, transgender. You actually talk to, and you don't actually know unless you actually ask, are you like a boy or a girl or something like that? And then he says, no, I'm actually a woman, but
So wait, you have to play as Professor Oak in this game.
No, when you hang out with Iron Bull and you talk to Crumb, you find out that Crumb is a transgendered woman. He is really a she. You find that out. And here's the thing though. And Dreidel, I was just like you. I thought the same thing too. And I this got cleared up for me by that guy Andrew that came on my stream a long time ago when I first started streaming. I remember I had this guy named Andrew and a chick named Chachia Bobinks, which I still talk to them. They're both SJWs, like extreme SJWs. But they came on my stream and we had a long conversation on there, and we talked about this. The thing is no, in the world of Dragon Age, it's a little awkward because I kept thinking, why does this matter since women are allowed to be warriors and all that? But apparently in the Torventor culture, which is where Krem is from, that was not okay. That women weren't really supposed to be soldiers or something like that. It is explained, and I got to go back and watch it. But I remember because this dude, he nailed me down to the ground with this one. He was like, "No, you are not going to get away without saying this shit." And he was right. From what I remember, he was right. But I got to go back and play it again. But still,
Jay, I'm
I'm
reading something in the comments right now.
Excuse me?
There's something. I'm reading something in the comments by Last Sigil. What about the purple muscly tranny? I mean, Saria.
Which
I
one?
have-
Hey, wait.
Yeah, that character on the new Overwatch game, called Saria. She's like pink hair and gigantic muscles. She's like Tumblr incarnate.
Oh god, from like fucking what, like a year or so ago.
Yeah.
Oh fuck me. Yeah, yeah. What do you want me to say? I don't know. What about it?
Well, I was playing Overwatch and the open beta a couple of weeks ago, and she fucking sucks, man, for real.
So,
you talking about that character Zara? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the character on the one of the characters in Overwatch is like Tumblr personified. She's like
short pink hair, right? And she's built like a fucking like a brick shit house.
Yeah, I know who Zara is. I played the Overwatch beta as well. I fucking loved the game too. I can't wait to fucking see it come out. But yeah, I remember that. Zara does suck, and I think from what I understand, is she's designed to be a character that's played by more experienced players. You have to really know how to make her character moveset work, and that's not unusual to see in games like Overwatch. I see it in the fighting game stuff all the time. Like a character like Melina, you have to really know your shit if you're gonna play Melina.
According to the Overwatch wiki, on the trivia section, it says here that Zarya's design will emerge from player demand for a greater diversity of genders, body types, and ethnicities.
Wait,
so they made her a big, brutish Russian chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says here that with her style, she bears a resemblance to a Russian Blizzard employee, Tamara Baglicheva. It's unknown whether it was intentional or not. The fight short tattoo on her shoulder is apparently her weightlifting record of 512 kilograms of set of weights. This is a higher record than any women set in the Olympics to date, though not the highest ever recorded. Although under the current format, it exceeds all present records. So
well, she need to be able to lift that fucking gun in the artwork. So
yeah.
Well, I don't know if you heard about this, but apparently they're also making a game for the female Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah,
of course,
I saw that.
Of course.
And
of
it
course,
doesn't.
every movie has to have its own video game.
It looks like a
been
very...
a trope forever.
Now, here's the thing. It looks very cartoonish, but I'm going to judge the game separately from judging the film.
Sure. I mean, the mechanics might be quite good, so you never know.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I've played some of this. Like I said, if your game is good, the gameplay is good, I don't give a shit what kind of political message you're trying to feed me. I won't give a fuck about it anyway. I won't even think twice about the stupidity that you spouted at me. I'll just be like, hey, but the game's fun. I'm having fun.
It's rare that a game based on a movie is good.
Look, for fuck's sake, Honey Pot managed to get me, a guy who can't stand hentai, to enjoy Honey Pot, for fuck's sake. I felt like a weirdo downloading that game, and then I wound up playing it. I was like, okay, I can't stop playing this game. Why am I still playing it?
Because it was a puzzle game with
But
2D
it's also
anime girls.
you also need an open mind when you play stuff like that. So
Which I do have.
A friend of mine downloaded the Mad Max game, which was supposedly based on the Fury Road movie, and let's just say his reaction. Let's just say that from what he told me, it's repetitive as shit.
That's what
And
I heard that a lot about that game.
And there's no more DLC after that. There's no. They have Warner Bros. Didn't give a shit about that game.
WB has a history of doing shit like that to their games. Look at what they did to Arkham Knight. It's still fucked up on the PC. I guarantee you the mod community is what's going to fix fucking Arkham Knight. But they have a history of that, especially with NetherRealm Studios. MK9, that game came out. You know, they put out all the DLC for that. And then it was, okay, we're dropping all support regardless of the community that plays this at professional tournaments. We're not even going to patch and fix the fucking 2 or 3 main characters that are dominating the scene, even though they're broken as shit, which is Cyrax, Cabal, and Kenshi. Oh, you had to play like if you played the game, you had to play one of 4 characters: Sonya, Cyrax, Kenshi, or fucking Cabal. That was
I fucking hate that shit. It's really annoying to have a game so broken you can only play as certain things. Like,
and they refused to patch the fucking game. They never patched it. The game fell off the radar, and then Injustice popped up, and then that game, every fucking other week they were finding a new Infinite, a new broken character, and it came down to, simply put, if you're not the guy Sonic Fox and you know how to play Batgirl like him, you're never going to win a tournament, because it always came down to playing fighting a match between Batgirl, Zod, and Martian Manhunter. Those 3 characters, and I think there was one more, Superman. If you didn't play any of those characters, you were fucked in the game.
mhm.
And right now, I don't really know what the scene's like on MKX, but MKX is kind of starting to go that route too. I think that they're about ready to stop supporting it, stop patching it, and bring forth Injustice 2. NetherRealm Studios and WB are fucking atrocious when it comes to game development. They make good games, but they can't fucking support them for shit. Sorry.
I was just going through some of the comments on the Ghostbusters trailers, which are kind of funny to just sift through. Who are you gonna call the psychiatrist? Because I'm traumatized by this.
I mean, well, that's the other thing too. From what I understand, and I think Monday Matt was saying it in one of his videos that Sony is literally deleting the valid comments and leaving as many of the most negative and the sexist comments in there, so they could play off that narrative.
They switched it up because first they were just deleting everything, and now they're just removing the normal ones and leaving like the really critical ones up.
Where are we sitting at with dislikes now, Andradel?
Huh?
Let's
Where's
do
this
this
trailer sitting
trailer
at?
what we did to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. Let's see. I want
Went to
a
the
public
movies
apology.
on.
When the movie comes out, you mean?
I went to the movies last night. This trailer played before the feature film. The theater erupted in boos.
Wow.
Seriously?
You know what? I actually believe that. I know a lot of people in the theater were shaking their head when I went and saw Batman vs Superman and this trailer came on. I was like, man, this is bad. My buddies were looking over at me like, don't you fucking say it, Nurgle. Don't you fucking say it. We don't want to hear the lecture.
Here, I want a public apology for what you've done, Sony. Also, I find it kind of funny. It's kind of the progressive stack, and the supposedly black chick is the one who's not a scientist. And where are the transgendered in this movie? Like,
That's what I'm saying, man. No
second-
training Ghostbusters.
Wait, it says here that wow, they spent $150 million on this crap. Good luck even getting 40% of that back. Oh my lord.
They'll be
Someone-
lucky. And, like, I have a buddy who's telling me that I'm thinking too negatively about this movie, that it's not going to get bombed that badly. I'm like, look, either they're going to break even or this movie's going to be shit. I'm praying that it gets a response like Turbo, the Power Rangers movie got, which was $5 million. That was all they made
No,
worldwide.
No,
Five
I have one better. I have one better than you. Jam and the Holograms.
Oh god. Dude,
Wait.
that movie it came out and then it was on DVD like the next week.
Yeah, I don't even remember that coming out. It's like I heard of it and I was like, oh shit, all right, whatever.
My
Wait,
wife
they made
saw
a
the
movie
trailer
on
for
Jack
that
the
and was like,
Hologram? Fuck me.
Do you want
They
to
should've-
know how much it did in opening weekend?
how did it do in opening weekend?
$700,000.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? Really?
God damn! That was
That
brutal.
movie made less than Turbo the Power Rangers movie did.
Jesus.
My fucking lord!
Wow.
Look, it's not hard to make a good movie. Fucking Blair Witch Project was nothing but a bunch of idiots running around in the woods shaking a camera, and that made millions. What the fuck?
Yeah, they even made a sequel to that where it was all fucking had the guy from Bone Nose in it.
Yeah, that one made like $2.
Yeah, I know. Straight to DVD movie. Fucking kicked off that guy's career.
That movie didn't even have a fucking book in it, and it was called Book of Shadows. There wasn't even a fucking book in it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It's fucking horrible.
What
Oh,
is
Fucking
that?
sorry,
Ghostbusters trailer.
I have a correction because it actually it earned 1.3 million,
Dun,
Oh.
dun, dun.
and it
Oh,
was
that's
open in
low.
over 2,400 theaters in which is like a big release.
Look,
So-
that is phenomenally bad. And I don't think Ghostbusters is actually going to have a reaction like that. But I do see them only breaking even, if not slightly over breaking even. And if they don't make more than what Sony's hoping to make, because right now Sony's in full damage control on it, if they don't make more, you guys can just kiss the franchise goodbye. It will never return, because Sony's going to be like, nope, never going to deal with that shit. Nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, they're gonna kill the franchise
Oh.
because of their fuck ups pushing their agenda bullshit. It's not the movies, the franchise's fault. Sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
because Jam and the Holograms didn't even make top 10 in US.
Well, like, and that's the thing is, Ghostbusters, the only reason it's going to make money is from any of the controversy. Because Jim and the Holograms, it just didn't get a lot of a response, like a lot of press. Like, there's one movie I watched this weekend, and it was Tomorrowland. Has anybody seen that yet?
I've heard of it.
No,
but I've never
but
seen
No,
it.
I haven't.
And you know what? A lot of people never heard of this movie. This movie didn't get a lot of press when it was announced, and I know why now. When I watched the entire movie, it was pretty much everything that the current media is against. It was all about how corporatization is destroying the world, and how you have to the world needs more thinkers. They need to be more free, freedom of speech, freedom of thought and expression. That's what the whole movie's about. And it didn't get any press. If you guys recall, it barely got any press, and it bombed horribly. And now if you think about it, it makes a little bit more sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure.
And now look at Ghostbusters. It's getting all this press. And I guarantee you, and a lot of people have said this besides me, I guarantee you, when that movie fucking comes out, you just look at the names of all the reviews that praise it to all hell, then go back and look at their Twitter history and see how many of them were all yelling, sexist people don't want to watch Ghostbusters. Just wait and see. It's going to be another gamers are dead moment, which we've had plenty of these lately.
Yeah, I want to know when they're gonna stop doing that bullshit, because it's like they've already overplayed their hand like long ago.
Let's see.
They keep playing the same fucking bullshit, not realizing it doesn't work anymore. We don't care.
They just tried it with the whole get good culture thing. That was just as ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you need to fucking get good. Not my fault.
Yeah, the whole thing by following the logic of these people, which means basically anyone shouldn't be good at their jobs.
Oh my god.
Well, their logic is simply this, and I love it. It's actually hilarious because their logic is funny as fuck. Because it's basically okay. In order to you're gonna write this article, but you're an accountant, so you're gonna write this article critiquing this book. How the fuck does that work? It's like, let me just get somebody completely fucking unqualified to do my job, or to do your job, and we're just gonna put them in that job. That's like going, all right, look, I know you're a chef, but we're gonna hand you this badge and this gun, and we need you to go play police officer for the next 8 hours for 2 weeks.
Can I make chili from any criminals I kill? Like,
exactly. It's just like, how the fuck did you even think this was right?
The article, I have it up on the shared screen.
Yeah, the article's ridiculous. I mean, they're bitching and complaining, and then I've got several theories behind this, and one of the things is, of course, it's, oh no, they're attacking one of our own, we gotta defend them, look how negative and nasty gamers are. It's like, but you guys are a video game website. You talk about video games. You can't just fucking you can't put out shitty gameplay footage and expect us to not call it out because we're gamers.
Yeah.
Who are these reviews written for? They're not for us. They're for a group of people that don't even read or play video games. That's who they're trying to get the attention of, and they're going, well, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. The RCGs who did the Doom video for a Polygon actually reviewed it for a Polygon as well.
Yeah,
did you see the legally blind guy playing Brutal Doom and doing a better job of playing that than fucking Arthur Geese did of fucking the new Doom?
I did. You know, that's another one I want to touch on. Rich of Review Tech USA, Arthur Geese got all butthurt over his video, right? Sent him a gameplay footage of him playing the demo at E3, and he was playing better on the demo at E3. So what does that tell you? He was purposely fucking it up.
What a dick.
Oh, dude, I gotta say this. It ends up that the guy who directed that Gem movie was John M. Chu, who directed a couple of movies, including the second Step Up movie, G.I. Joe Retaliation, and Justin Bieber, Never Say Never.
My favorite movie.
Okay, so how the hell did this guy direct G.I. Joe Retaliation and those other ones? That's like the most sore thumb movie of the group. It's like, so, yeah, I directed Justin Bieber, I directed this, I directed Jim and the Holograms. Oh, but I also directed G.I. Joe. What?
Yeah, no, that G.I. Joe experience really helped him deal with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. That was the one that had the Rock in it, isn't it? Because the second one had the Rock in it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that one wasn't even that bad.
That one was actually kind of fun.
No, they're
Compared to
not
the
bad movies at all. They're just fucking.
first one was really shitty.
But anyway, I mean, you want to go back. Uh, the whole thing with Doom is it's like this. Look, if you're gonna review a video game, I expect you to at least be competent in playing the game. You should at least know how to pick up the controller and play the game, even if you're gonna pick, normal or easier difficulty to play it. I expect you to at least be competent enough to play the game and tell me, does the controls feel good? Is the game fun? And in this thing, then again, this is the same moron that was like, I'm not going to review Star Fox because the controls are too hard to understand. I'm like, okay, then you don't even need to play games. You need to quit. Go back to FAP into Suicide Girls because we know that's what you do 90% of the time.
Yeah, and Ben Chera, who made an article about how to turn on your fucking PS4.
That was funny as hell. I was like, really? This is where we're going? I bet you that was a complete joke just to fucking slap all the gamers on the face thing. The point is these people aren't gamers. We all know this. We've all known this for a while, especially when they came out and said gamers are dead, and then they tried to shove political shit inside games that never had political shit in it. I mean, for fuck's sake, what's his name was like, the Doom article from 1990s was on the right side of history. Oh god, shut the fuck up.
The bigger mystery here is how in the fuck did these people even get the jobs? Because
Sucking lots of dick. All right.
Actually,
it's very
no.
evident.
I can tell you exactly why. If you notice that video game journalism is the lowest of the low when it comes to journalism, it really is. It's like you've got your top level journalists, then you've got their interns, and then you have the office personnel, like the mailman, and then you've got the scum and the shit and that white stuff that forms in the back of your mouth, and then you have the game journalists. My point is the reason why there's so many of them and they are so easily able to get these jobs is because they come out of college with their wonderful journalist degree and they're told, you're going to go make a difference. Go write your political shit that everybody loves.
change the world!
And then it's like nobody wants to hire them because they have no experience. Their writing is terrible, terrible writing. And then so it's like, okay, well the only thing I can do is work at this video game site. I don't really need to know how to play video games to write video games. Come on now.
Wobble was saying something about how they had all the weak connections.
Well, and the thing is they come in and you notice they all write about political shit and they shove it in their articles thinking that this is going to get me recognition, and they all fap at each other. They all circle jerk with each other over their own fucking articles and read their own shit and then favorite and like their own shit and comment on it. And the funnier fucking thing about it is when the gamers, the people that actually play video games, the people that actually give a shit about this, come and call them out and tell them, dude, you're full of fucking shit and you're all fucking retarded. They go, we're being attacked. Fuck these motherfuckers. Get them the fuck out of here. They need to fucking be fired and be forced to live off ramen for about 3 weeks so they can fucking get used to goddamn how it feels to actually work to get somewhere in life.
Yeah, well, let's go through this. That's exactly what you just said. Just take a look at this. I'm reading the article now. A new Doom game came out this week. Doom fans dig it, as our review attests. It does what Doom fans expect Doom to do, and it apparently does it well. And with Doom being a big name in video game history, the new one's been all over the video game news, with reviews, interviews, playthrough videos, and everything else you expect from modern-day video game media concern. Here we go. Vox's Polygon is no exception. Their coverage included a video of one of their employees playing a half hour of Doom. It's pretty standard fare. We posted a video of our own and whatever. On the surface, there shouldn't have been any controversy. The person playing Doom in Polygon's video appears to struggle with the game at certain points, though, and so now a bunch of video game fans on the internet are using it to mock Polygon and its writers and editors. Damn, that's bad grammar. You don't use two ands. Anyways.
Did I mention they were bad writers?
English is my third fucking language, and I can call this shit out. These critics argue that the person playing Doom in that video isn't good at games, and thus their opinions shouldn't be respected. And since they work for Polygon, it undermines guy's credibility. Jesus Christ, they get paid for this shit. They get paid to play video games, and oh my god.
I know we just got off the subject, but bear in mind, somebody paid the woman that wrote the Baby Men article for Ghostbusters also. So just remember that.
Oh my.
Here we go. Polygon has long been a target of gamergaters and other who don't like the game's video. Many of the people most upset about this video already believe Polygon has no credibility, so some bias are being reinforced. Yeah, because we have the bias.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you see, and that's
It's
how it works.
ironic.
Gamers are dead. I mean, that's what the whole article is basically telling me: is gamers are dead. Gamers don't matter. None of the shit that we say matters. None of the shit they say matters. All that matters is this guy wrote it, did a review, and he did a good job because we said he did a good job. That's what this is. It's literally, if my camera was on right now, I would be making the blowjob reference joke with my hands here. Okay.
Oh, do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go. That's all this motherfucker's doing with each other. That's all they do. They defend each other, and then they whine and complain when people call them out and tell them you're fucking retarded. And the funny thing is the more and more people they block, the more people they close off and ignore, the more and more people are starting to see how stupid they are. And this is getting beyond ridiculous. Look at Polygon's ratings. If I'm not mistaken, their numbers have been dropping. They're still dropping. They're dropping faster than the Titanic.
Yeah, and meanwhile they're all shouting la 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 la. I can't hear you. La 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 la. Fuck you, man. La 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 la. We're doing fine. La 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 la. They're just out there with their fingers on their ears. No, they haven't been good in anything.
Well, the best part about this, though, is it's only been a few sites that have been playing defend everyone, and a lot of the sites that this is something else I've noticed. A lot of these sites have been peddling this shit because there was this shit with Doom. There was some shit being peddled around about Overwatch being sexist when they had the open beta going on, and some other things.
The thing with Tracer's ass.
No, not even Tracer's ass. Not even Tracer's ass. There was articles about how sexist Overwatch was, even after that, whenever the beta was going on. Like, one of the funniest ones actually was, there's this one article that was like, properly reviewing the article, and randomly in the middle of it, there's like this one sentence is saying, blah, 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 but if only they would be a little less sexist in the game. I'm like, what? That didn't even fit in your article. And there was another site called 7cut, but what I've noticed is a lot of these sites that are peddling this garbage are becoming unknown, unnamed sites that nobody really knows about. Like Polygon, of course, they're always going to be stupid. And Kotaku's always stupid, but they have been printing a lot less of this type of garbage. And a lot of this garbage has been printed on other sites in other places now, like really unknown places, like Paste. This site I've never even heard of. And there was another one, the one from Overwatch was a site called 7cut. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Just let's go through this cancer of an article. Set aside the fact that an outlet like Polygon isn't only writing for the most serious and dedicated video game players. Yeah, right. Their audience includes anybody interested in games, from the most hardcore players who spend hours a day on the hobby to the less passionate fans who only play a handful of games a year. The writers shouldn't be expected to reflect the tastes or share the abilities of players who devote. You get fucking paid for this shit. Oh my god. So players who devote.
I think that's the one thing that's just driving him nuts. Is you get fucking paid to write this shit, man.
Oh my god.
Players who devote most of their leisure time to gaming. The site maybe should have uploaded a less tortured Doom video, but that half-hour clip does nothing to damage Polygon's credibility or undermine any of the writing that. Yes, it does. My God. How does this not damage Polygon's credibility? What a fucking retard.
I think what's worse is, personally, I think what's worse is that it was Arthur Geese, and Arthur Geese is the one that wrote the Terabad Bayonetta review, then wrote the Star Fox review, and also, remember, he was bitching about racism in Witcher 3, and this is the same guy who has a Suicide Girls account. So please remember that, and I'm always going to remind people of this. He has a Suicide Girls account, but he yelled sexism at Bayonetta. That motherfucker would be bapping to Bayonetta if he was on Suicide Girls, for fuck's sake. She is Suicide Girls material for... My God.
Yo, Jay,
Hell,
check
I
out
don't even need her. Damn, I don't even need Bayonetta to be real and pose on Suicide Girls for me to fap to her, okay?
Yo, Jay, check this shit out. It's in the comments.
I'm trying to.
Something that Glad's posted.
It's on Facebook, dickhead.
Well, I'm gonna continue. There's nothing interesting or noteworthy about one random unnamed employee of video game site being bad at one specific. For fuck's sake, he bragged about it on Twitter. Fucking idiots. Even if Polygon was solely courting the most dedicated of self-described gamers, there'd be no reason to make any special notice of this particular video. What is worth mentioning is the reaction to that video and how it reinforces negative impressions about so-called gamers. People might sound like they're trying to out for the blue-collar comedy tour when they say that somebody needs to get good at a game, but they're really doing is trying to exclude players who don't devote as much time to. Oh my God! How many? They get paid for this shit. They spend 8 hours a day playing games. They should be playing games at least.
I wish I could spend 8 hours a day playing games. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
right? I get like 8 hours a month playing games.
Yeah, I get maybe like an hour every night because I'm either busy with the YouTube channel, busy with the kids, or I'm at work and too fucking tired when I get home to do more shit.
Yeah, this stupid.
Maintaining Nurgle's persona online takes a lot of work, believe
It's
it
a
or not.
full-time fucking job, yeah. I agree.
It is a full-time job, and then I'm working a full-time job as well as being a father alongside of it. I'm burning at two ends here, man.
Here, equal. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Jay, I gotta show you something.
Is it Dick?
Nah.
Oh, damn it. Alright. This better be good.
Equal parts taunt and heckle. Get good is a joke directed at players doing poorly in online games, but a joke with point.
Oh
This-
God, yeah, this. I saw this.
This is the this is all the diversity that's on Huffington Post. Unless you count the Asians that are over there.
That
The
bitch's
rest-
teeth, man. Jesus Christ.
I can screen share it when I'm done with this. Get good is a joke directed at blah blah blah, but a joke with a pointed edge. If you don't get better at games, they're saying we'll stop playing with you, that you don't belong here. Those people who are mad about the Doom video are saying that anybody who hasn't put in the hours necessary to be. Oh my God. No. They're saying a guy who gets paid should fucking know how to. Oh my God. That their opinion are meaningless and that their presence hurts the game for the serious players. That
Do you mind if I sum this up real quick, Erdradel? Like seriously, you mind if I just sum up this article real fast? Let me just do this. Stop. This is this writer literally saying, "Stop making fun of my friends. He never did anything to you." That's basically what this shit is.
Leave Polygon alone. Leave it alone.
I mean, obviously, he's defending someone right now that's sitting under this dude's desk as he wrote that, giving him a Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the man was able to type with that much good grammar. I mean, and
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stop you from reading the article, Andreal. I'm just saying that's all it
No,
is. It's
I'm looking.
literally stop making
Some,
fun of my friend.
I'm just on the point. I stop every sentence and tell they're getting fucking paid for this shit. Because this is damage control. Uh, Jesus Christ, it's so fucking retarded.
Yeah.
How can
Okay,
can you
some
defend this shit?
guy has beaten Dark Souls, the first boss, with a DDR controller.
That's
I'm going to
awesome,
watch this
actually.
now because I'm. How the hell can you do this shit? I will never know.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh my god.
To be fair, right? I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom on the Dreamcast with the fishing controllers, just because it was the only way to make the game fair for people who weren't good.
Dude, he's doing it like a pro, man. That's what's kicking my ass here.
I used
But it
to I
was
used to I used to play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with a Sony PlayStation 2 racing controller.
Nice. That actually sounds really fun.
It was ridiculous, man, especially when it came to driving.
Well, like I had some buddies that were like they thought I was crazy because like I just started getting into fighting games and I wanted to play with my fight stick, right? And they thought I was weird because I strapped the fight stick around my neck like I would holding a guitar, and I played it standing up that way. And they were like, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "Because for some reason it's comfortable." They're like, "What?" I said, "What? I mean, I'm a guitar player after all."
Well,
Did
it's the way
you
kind of how you would
did you
play in the
put the
arcade as well.
did you put the joypad in your crotch? That would have been hilarious.
Well, I mean, like I played with a fight stick, like a fight the arcade fight stick controller, and all I did was I just like strapped it around me, and I just stood up and I played standing up, and they were like, "That is just weird." I said, "Yeah, trust me, if I had my way, I'd actually make it look more like a guitar." But hey,
I
I'm just
mean,
Play with the Guitar Hero fucking controller. See how you fare.
I don't know if I could have done that. I honestly don't know if I would have been able to do it. I wanted to try it, but I wasn't sure if I could do it.
well, there
Like
was
I got friends that they use a hitbox. You ever heard of a hitbox controller?
uh,
Sounds familiar.
vaguely.
But
Okay, well, a
Hitbox.
hitbox controller is literally instead of having, like your standard fight stick, it has a stick for movement, and then you have the 8 buttons, right? Instead of having that layout, you have the 8 button layout, but there's four or
Oh,
five buttons or there's 4 buttons for each directional movement.
oh
And
yes.
and the way you play it,
oh,
it
now I
looks
see.
like people are playing the fucking piano or typing, and I'm like, dude, when are you? Like, I have a buddy, he's really fucking great with it, and I go, every time he comes over, I'm like, so when are you going to be taking off with your keyboard career in a band? Because this is getting ridiculous watching you play like that. Like, seriously, you're playing Street Fighter now with it. That's unheard of with me.
I agree
That
with
is nuts.
I agree with the guy in the comments. Get good is not a joke. Get good is a way of life. Yes.
You damn right it is. That's how Dark Souls players do it, motherfuckers.
Get good or
is there
die.
like there are people who are insane, like one who managed to beat Dark Souls with a guitar from Guitar Hero, and there was one recently who managed to beat the first boss of Dark Souls 3 without dodging, blocking, or losing health.
No, he beat the entire game. He
Oh,
went through the game, no
Jesus.
dodging, no leveling, no
Jesus.
armor, just naked. He beat the whole game, level 1, just walking at the enemy.
Just whipped his dick out and fucking was like, have some of that.
Like, I mean, it's on YouTube. There's a fucking video of this dude beating the Soul of Cinder at the very end of the game like that. I'm just going, and I'm having trouble just beating him normally.
Jesus, I thought it was only the first boss.
Well, I mean, there were people already speedrunning this game on Twitch, like, day of release. It was ridiculous.
I never could beat that game. I mean, Damn, dude. I knew this game was brutal, but
The thing is, this is the key to Dark Souls. And a lot of people forget about they don't play it long enough to get this when they because they're the ones that go, man, it's too hard. It's not hard. There's about 1,500 ways to beat each boss. There's about 1,500 ways to get through each area of the game. There are ways to cheese your way through it and get through it easily. You just have to find them. And one of the key components of the game is literally the get good thing, which is you have to learn the patterns of each boss. You have to learn how to dodge each move they do and have a good understanding of the mechanics of the game. That's how you beat the game.
Basically, a lot of strategy gets involved.
To an extent. Yeah, to an extent. It's mostly reflexes. I tell you what, it works better when you play on a monitor that doesn't have any screen lag. But the other part of it is the fact that, like Mega Man, you remember the Mega Man games? Those
Yes.
games taught you how to beat the game by forcing you to learn enemy placement and patterns.
Mhm.
And that's how Dark Souls is. Think of it like the
Yeah.
Mega Man games, just on a different scale.
Yeah, it's like if you've ever beaten Mega Man 1 without using the elect beam cheat, then you're fucking like godly because the game's hard without it. It's like you have
It's
to basically beat
stupid
the like
without that
yeah
thing.
yeah it's retarded. I've gone back and tried to do it and I don't remember how I did it without the fucking thing. It's like I'm too old. It's
You know
my
what?
God.
What killed me it was because I actually recorded it. I needed some gameplay footage for a rant, so I recorded like an hour of me playing Mega Man 2, and I didn't realize how good I still was at the game that I went straight through Quickman's stage without even blinking. I'm like, wait a minute, did I
have
actually do that after not doing this for how many years?
Yeah, I used to be really good at like Mega Man X5, the Shadow Devil, where you could like do the whole thing with no damage. It's fucking brutal though, because you have to basically press the buttons quickly as the animation goes. And I tried recording it. I still got through most of it, but it's really rough. It's just one of
I
those boss fights that rapes you.
X5 was a fun game. I love the entire X series. I wish they would re-release the X series on one fucking disc for the PS4 nowadays, or at least on PC.
Hmm.
Because those games were so fun. X1 was just like phenomenally great in its time.
Oh yeah, I was
I
playing that on
want
vacation.
you to look at this headline.
I
Of course.
I feel you there, Arthur Chu. I absolutely do. Wait, that's not him who wrote that. Oh, never mind.
Damn,
Oh,
if only it
great.
was Arthur Jew.
Oh, great! Another one of those
is
Salon
tonight.
articles. If you're
Performativity.
gonna,
So basically, he is talking about his dick then.
No, it's Salon. Farewell, once favorite organ. I'm officially breaking up with my penis.
Now, I have a
Peter
question.
Gersten sang.
Is this a real article? Because there have been fake articles that, like, fake images shoved around with Salon's name on it.
One
with you on
sec.
that one.
I can confirm this by.
You know what's so fucking sad, though?
What?
I have to say, you know what's so fucking sad about the media today? We have to actually question if the article that's being screen capped is fake or real now. We have to actually question an Onion article to see if it is the truth, because it feels like the truth.
Yeah, they've been.
The full
Back
effect
when
is real.
I followed that shit on the
Yeah,
Onion.
it's real.
I would always be like, come on, Onion, stop telling the fucking truth. You're supposed to be satire, not actual news.
Yeah, it's real.
Gay.
I have no faith in humanity anymore whatsoever. Or at least I have no faith in Salon. It seems that, seriously, the shit that Salon has been pushing through in articles, I'm looking at it and I'm going, how much viewership are you guys getting that you have to resort to this kind of shit to get people to click on your site?
Hey guys, pedophiles didn't do nothings.
They were good boys. All they did was
We was
Play.
kings.
they was good boys. All they did was play with the other kids and buy an ice cream, and it was so cute and shit. Yeah, he made that fatal couple of kids, especially mine, but he didn't know what he was doing.
You're awfully good at doing that, dude. What the fuck? You are you channeling your inner Kane?
Well, I am half black because Puerto Rican, so.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. All right. Cool. Then I stand. I will silence myself.
Oh yeah.
I am trans Slanesh.
Slow that. Wait, that's like. So if he's like, or he she is like what, half tranny, then you're like quarter tranny. Then if you're like, or you're transitioning into a tranny. What the fuck? My brain. You've broken
See,
it.
that's
Stop
the
it.
that is the nature of chaos, which is just fuck your head all up.
I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's a mind fuck.
Yo, there was
Mindfuck is
some
the name of
shit,
the
man.
game.
It was going down, dude. Okay, I gotta talk about this because this was funny. Like I get hit up by somebody on my Skype group or on Skype, and he's like, "Dude, you gotta jump in this group and you gotta look at this shit. There's some SJW infiltration happening at GW or World Games Workshop." I'm like, "Okay, what are you talking about?" And there's just some stuff being thrown around about Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian are getting a tour of GWHQ and fucking some crazy shit like they're gonna be axing Slanesh and they're gonna make Chaos Space Marines look more like Nazis rather than demons and all this other stuff. I'm sitting there going, okay, this doesn't even sound right, man. One,
Yeah.
why would Zoe Quinn go to GW's headquarters? Two, I can see Anita maybe because well the whole gaming thing isn't working out for her anymore. And then I'm looking at it going, GW would basically lose all of their business if they went this direction that you're speaking, because it's like they're already suffering hardcore. There's a reason that we're seeing so many Warhammer 40K and Warhammer Fantasy based games coming out left and right. I mean, we can seriously, they're coming out of the woodwork lately.
Oh yeah, yeah. When licensing is a good way to fucking actually make emergency cash.
Yeah, because literally they're on life support. I mean, if you look at their model sales, they're dropping dramatically, and it's because they're too fucking expensive, and they keep raising the prices, and then they keep fucking the game up and all that shit. But anyway, I'm just looking at this going, so your GW is literally going to castrate themselves because that's what I'm seeing here. And I don't believe this. This just sounds absolutely absurd.
Excuse me, Games Workshop, as in the developer of Warhammer 40,000?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, they're fucked.
They would be so fucked if they did that shit. And I'm going, this is why I don't believe this. This is why I think it just sounds crazy. And I'm too, again, why would Zoe Quinn go to visit GWHQ? Is she secretly a Warhammer 40K player that we just don't know it? Because if she is, that's kind of cool. I'd be like, what army do you play?
She plays the Five Guys army.
She plays the Five Guys chapter.
She plays the Five Guys game bang.
She's apparently a big fan of Slanesh, and she runs an Emperor's Children's army.
Oh, child soldiers. You should go to Liberia.
Oh, good God. That's a bad place. Yeah, that's a wonderful place to visit, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, in Somalia.
So I was gonna ask you, Nova. What do you think about that hashtag about the fucking the whole tabletop bullshit?
Oh, what? All I've got out of this is basically these people bitching and complaining about wanting their safe space at their tabletop.
Yeah.
I say like this: if you're the DM, fine, but not very many people are going to want to play with you. So good luck with that.
This is something we already had at like the community kind of events. You had to be respectful, otherwise you get kicked out for being a dick. You know, this is nothing. What does this solve? Nothing.
Well, this is the thing, though, is they're not. It's not about being nice at the table. It's about. This is now coming into the thing of saying, well, your character is not allowed to act like this in the game. They have to follow a guideline of rules, and your character has to be a good guy. He can't be demeaning to women and blah 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 blah. That's what we're hearing here. It's almost like cosplay is not consent all fucking over again. This is what I'm going to say is, look, you're the DM, you write the rules for your sessions. That's how it goes. You sit down with your players and you say, these are my rules, these are how I'm going to run the game, and that's how it's going to be. And if you don't fucking like it, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit.
See,
Trust me, I've played with some asshole DMs before.
me and my friends quote the fucking what was it, the 8-bit D&D fucking skit all the goddamn time. Like, can I have a Mountain Dew? Are there any women so I can do them? Shit like that. Every fucking game. I mean, it's just one thing that, it just happens. If you're telling me I can't do that, and you can get the fuck out of my house.
I'm supposed to get with my buddy Mildred the Monk and do a little discussion video about this, because I was thinking about it and looking at it, and I'm going, this not at my table thing. I didn't really know it was a whole cosplay is not consent type thing forming in communities. But as far as I'm concerned is, look, if you're the DM and you're running your session, I'm fine with your rules, but don't expect me to sit around here and play the game with you if you're going to be a douche like that. And that's what's going to hurt D&D. That's the D&D. D&D is so fucking customizable. You're going to play with DMs that are going to be like, hey, I don't give a shit. Your character can be a massive rapist all he wants.
I let my fucking friends bring over minifigures and fucking to represent their characters. I don't give a fuck, because they don't feel like painting or doing any of that crap. I'm just like, alright, as long as you can roughly represent it, I don't give a shit. So we come up with all sorts of crazy shit. And I was like, alright, I'll allow it, fuck it, I'm drunk, who cares, just go.
Well, I mean, me and my buddies used to like out of the group of people that I played D&D with, none of them were Warhammer 40k, so I was the only guy that had miniatures, and they were like, okay, well, we'll just use your miniatures. And then this dude's like, well, I'm going to use this guy as my representation of a character. I'm like, you realize you just picked a Chaos Lord, right? Yeah, I can roll with this. I'm like, okay.
The fuck, buddy?
I mean, it's just there to represent where they are during a battle session. It's not during the RP session. These people take things so literal. I mean, like I said, they believe they believe, one, that their politics and their agendas is the most important things in their life. They believe that means more in this world than them having a good time. Than other people playing the game. And then these same people also, they can't escape reality more than 5 fucking minutes of their lives. They have to base everything in the world of realism and the world of reality. It's ridiculous. And this is why I always throw stuff like their Thermian argument when they throw that shit in my face and I throw it back at them like, oh, well, according to you, then this wouldn't work either because, oh, it's not real. I don't know if anyone knows what the Thermian argument is. Dan Olson created that. It's a bunch of garbage.
Those people really need to get laid, honestly.
Or get shoved in an oven, whichever one's quicker.
I'm going for shoving them in the oven.
Yeah, I've got my own personal oven, just start lining them up.
Fuck it, let's light the ovens. Fuck it, let's go to Auschwitz and light those bitches.
Well, I'm not going to say that, go that far with it, but yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna stop the stream here because it's getting late, and I kind of just wanted to do a fun stream. Kind of talk off air, but I didn't want this to run too long. So, yeah, anything you want to share before we close this stream?
I don't think so.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll fucking chill. You can find me on fucking Twitter at @the_spore666. I'm also on YouTube. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Lord Nurgle, right?
Yes, Lord Nurgle. I have 2 channels right now.
Oh, what's the second one for?
I queued up for a little
I
bit.
can still stream because I have a strike on my other channel.
Oh, that's right, yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. I'm so stupid. It's all the
I
weirdest
gotta join a network so I can get that shit fixed easier.
I do. Maybe I should share a little bit of advice. I shared it yesterday, but at the NTSRW chat. But there is no success without spelling the word suck.
Oh, I love that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that shit, man. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Jay, do you have anything?
Oh yeah, I'm just fucking I'm Frozen Binary, Miss Maple, whoever the fuck you want to call me. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter and all that shit.
All right. We're gonna do a circle jerk off air. So thanks everyone for watching.
Oh, I can't wait.